Welcome. Welcome to the F3 podcast where we discuss all things that pertain to faith, family, and finances. We are your host today. I'm Dr. Lionel M. Blair Sr., and I'm sitting next to the glorious, the wonderful, the most holiest woman I know, the sainted mother herself, Saint Jasmine the First, Dr. Jasmine Blair, my wife.
Amen. Amen. Welcome everybody to the F3 podcast. We're so excited that you're here. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time we premiere a new episode. And be sure to take us with you on the go. You can find us wherever your favorite podcasts
Yes.
are streamed. Check out the links in the show notes in the description box. You'll find links to our books, events, and other products and services, and you'll find information on how you can become an avid supporter of this podcast. You've got a show topic, you've got a subject you want us to address. Be sure to leave us a voicemail, and your topic may be the topic of the next episode. Because remember, no subject is off limits. So, we're going to get right into today's episode on marriage, ministry, and social media. This is a very good topic because we've seen a lot of different opinions and different views going about this. And I think this is a healthy topic to weigh
Yeah.
on. The first thing that we have, social media is just that. In my opinion, it can be a great tool or it can be a great distraction. It all depends.
Yeah.
We've met some great people on social media. There are people and pastors and friends and family, old classmates that we wouldn't have been able to reconnect with if it was not for social media. However, some of the problems we blame on social media, in my opinion, are actually just people problems. They're just using the medium of social media
Right.
to conduct said problems. So we'll talk about that. So I want to kick this question over to you. How much of a role do you think social media plays in the health of a marriage, and why?
Wow. Everything is social media.
Mm-hmm.
Most people have social media, so I would say social media does play a part in your marriage. I've seen people find their spouse through social media.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen people, get divorced through social media.
Mm-hmm.
So most couples do have a type of social media presence. Matter of fact, social media can tell you the health of someone's marriage.
Mm-hmm.
That not by what they say or what they post, by what they don't post too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I think social media
I don't
does
know because
play.
I don't post nothing.
Yeah, but see, some people read into that though.
Mm-hmm.
And reading into that, you can actually come out with some kind of accurate information.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's when I see spouses who don't interact at all with each other through social media.
Yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you see what I'm
So
saying?
I'm like, I don't post nothing.
Yeah,
Because I'm just a private person. I've always been that way.
yeah,
I may post a picture here and there. If it's not a special occasion, I probably won't post anything.
right.
I
I'm
be on your page though.
yeah. You
I be
like
on your
stuff.
page.
You repost stuff. I
My
repost
page
your
actually
stuff.
says I'm married
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
to you.
Yeah.
Because some of these people, they married and they page don't even say that they married. I'm just like, okay, you don't got to tell all your business. You don't need to tag the person's page. But if you're married and your social media doesn't say that you're married, that's a problem.
And
You don't have a picture of your spouse
that's what
nowhere
that's what I get ready to say
because
next.
it looks like you're married, but you're taking applications.
Mhm.
And if somebody's single and they may find you attractive and they're looking through, okay, you don't look married. You don't have a picture of your spouse nowhere. So then if they inbox you, they wouldn't have a reason to think that you're married.
Right. You know, y'all, we don't see a picture of your spouse nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't say you got to plaster your family all over places, but at least people know I got a family.
Right.
First of all, you're on my main picture, kissing me on the cheek. So, but I'm saying like a lot of people, they, on social media. I think if you're going to be on social media, there needs to be a healthy presence of your marriage, a healthy
Especially
presence
if
of
you're
your
in
family.
ministry.
Yeah, but because I mean, in ministry, people love that kind of stuff. Listen, I could post something so deep and so revelatory, and I maybe get like 20 likes. If I post a picture of you and I'm gonna get like 1,000 likes. I'm gonna get like 1,000 likes, and see. Here's the thing, people love when I go live, but people always want us to go live together. Always, they want to see my wife. They want to see my wife. Why? Because people want to see a healthy family. They want to see an
Yeah,
example of a healthy family. That shows that you are a stable leader.
exactly.
So if you are going to have if you're going to have a ministry with a social media presence, your family needs to be present too. If I don't ever see the wife up there talking and you talking all the time, something's going on. Especially if the spouse is in ministry.
It's a great disappearing act.
Yeah, because some of y'all be Houdiniing your spouses like it ain't nobody's business. The greatest magic trick in the world, baby. I ain't never seen a magic trick like that. So that makes people wonder because see, when people come, I remember one time we had somebody in our ministry, and she told me one time, she said, I knew you was a good leader when I saw your wife.
Hmm.
Because she said when I go to a ministry, the first thing I do is I look at the spouse. Do she look unhappy? Do she look, you know, do she look happy? Do she look unhappy? Does she look like she just going through the motions?
That part.
You understand? So I think again, social media plays a role in your marriage because it platforms your marriage to be seen. Because people need an example. I'm sorry. That's just
Yes, they
how
do.
people need to see ministry couples together. And this is why y'all see us together on this podcast right now, either whether you're listening or whether you're watching. Okay. And people love this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
People love this stuff, because they want to see a healthy example of a husband and wife. Because it goes to show that you are a stable leader, at least a decent leader, okay, and it make it so where and make it where somebody wants to follow.
And it's like I was saying in that last episode, when you choose to be a leader in ministry, there's a level you will always be under some form of microscope.
Yeah,
That's something you cannot get away from. And your marriage and your ministry, how they work together hand in hand, is no exception. And as much as you hate it, as much as you don't like it, you cannot change that. So you have to get used to the scrutiny and the eyes. People want to see, people want to know what's going on, and you don't have to put all your business out there. But as you said, people should have some signs that there is some health there, that your marriage is vibrant, and you're not just all in ministry and your marriage is falling apart. Those
right.
things are very, very important. So the thing that you have to remember is you set the boundaries for how much you let people in.
Yeah.
I saw a situation where there was some infighting between a particular couple. And I guess they got to a place where they were trying to reconcile and work things out. And, the wife got all upset and did this whole long thing on social media. I'm sorry, I felt like y'all had an opinion to be in my business and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, they wouldn't have known anything if you wouldn't have posted it all.
Yeah.
You posted it all, and people have watched. And in this case, I'm not sure if they met on social media or not, but you could kind of see, because of how public they were, you could kind of see the development of the relationship from the dating to the engagement to the marriage to the blow up of the situation. And to me, I'm like, okay, anybody with some sense watching this knew that this was going to happen at some point.
Right.
And again, this is somebody I don't know from a can of paint in person, but because of how much information they had on social media, these types of things could be discerned and seen because they were so public with all of this stuff. So the reality is, as leaders, it's important to understand anytime you go through certain things, there's to a degree, it's going to be public anyway. But stop putting all your business on social media.
Yeah.
I think that's the greatest lesson that can be learned. It's hard enough leading under a microscope. So if you're going to go through certain things, which some things you shouldn't go through at all, try your best to keep the rest of the world out of it.
Yeah.
It's like how they say, keep your family out your marriage, keep social media out of your marriage. Don't make yourself so public and so transparent that now you're going through or navigating through some type of challenge or some type of unique season. And now millions of people are weighing in on your mess because you don't put it all out there. So now you got to do damage control and now you're trying to clean stuff up. Well, you're the one that put it all out there. You're the one that put it all out there. And, that's the reality of it. And from in this particular case, yes, there were certain things that were being said, rumors and bloggers and things like that. But then you go up there and confirm it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did this. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, that happened. Leave me alone. I'm human too. Pray for me. And then now you back up here mad. Well, I don't know who thought y'all thought y'all had an opinion. Well, you're the one that confirmed the stuff. Be quiet.
Right.
Be quiet. Learn. You have to learn how much is too much.
Yeah.
And again, this is not something else they teach you in seminary either or leadership training. Learn how much is too much. And what that looks like will be different depending upon the couple, depending upon their popularity, their fame, their influence. You have to set boundaries for how much is too much for your marriage. I've seen some people do the thing where they just have a joint page and it's like, Bob and Watermelon Smith, and they have the joint marriage page. Hey, that's great. If that works for you and your marriage, that's fine.
No, that don't work for me.
Well, no, but for some people it does, and that's okay.
Yeah,
people they don't need to do they not trust? It's for some people it's not even about trust. For some people, okay, neither one of us do social media like that, but we got to keep a presence. Right. So let's keep one page. So between your posts and my posts, this page will stay active. There's no right way, and that's the thing. There's no right way. This is a whole nother episode too. There's a lot of things in marriage that there's no one right way to do it.
Right.
It depends on that particular marriage, where they are in their maturity, their goals, the season of their life they're in, what they're trying to accomplish ultimately, and what they're comfortable with and what keeps the peace with them. So if Bob and Watermelon Smith joint Facebook page works for you, then hey, great. Go for it. Do that. For some people, that's easier for them because everything that's said, everybody sees it and all of this stuff. Then we go into, these people and these inbox messages and things like that. And so then that's something that has to be considered as well. And as I always tell people, for best practices, if there's a need for you to message somebody, just include your spouse in the message. And some people probably don't even know how to do that, truthfully, because church folks be behind on stuff. It's called a group message.
Yeah.
It's called a group message. It's not that hard to click that little button and add somebody else to the conversation. It is what it is. But you've got to do what is comfortable for you. But again, you're making a statement. So then there goes the option of you choosing to have a separate social space, which many pastors are now doing because you do have a like page.
Yeah.
So, you may have a like page, your church or ministry may have a like page. So the more ministry geared content can be there. And while you could share it to your personal page for your friends and family, you have the option of discussing non-church things on your personal page. For me personally, I believe the danger comes in when people use their ministry platform to push forward their personal agendas and their personal feelings.
Yeah.
I'm not saying people shouldn't know what you believe at all, but I think there's a line. You should not be using your ministry to push forward your personal political agenda. You shouldn't be using it to push forward your personal cultural agenda. These things should be left to your personal pages, your personal influence, your business or whatever have you.
Gotta know how to compartmentalize.
And a lot of people cannot do that. They tend to fuse their identities together to where it's like, okay, this is not bad, but this isn't really ministerial. Should this really be on the church's Facebook page, or should
Right.
this be on your own page?
Right.
And then you've had some pastors I've seen clap back, and somebody, well, yeah, I don't agree with this, and you're a pastor, and pastor, look, this is my page. This ain't the church page.
Right.
This my personal. This don't say pastor. This is my personal page. Bob and Watermelon Smith. This ain't the church page. I'm gonna say what I want on my page. And then there's that aspect. And again, I think that the world itself was just not ready for social media, and we're making it up as we go along. We're learning and adjusting. I'm talking about as society at large. We're making it up. We're learning and adjusting. There's really no social media etiquette like that. We're just now beginning to find and bring definition to these things and behaviors that we're seeing. The reality is, somebody can say, and this is me, you can say whatever you want on your personal page, as long as what you're saying and doing does not contradict the fact that you're a pastor. Yeah. It's your personal page. If you like the Cowboys or the Redskins or whatever it is, I don't like football anyway, so I don't care about none of them. Yeah. You gonna have to pay me to watch a football game, because that's just not me. Keep that on your page. Don't bring that to the church page. Right. Certain things and a lot of people are well-meaning, but certain things have nothing to do with the ministry. That's just your personal preferences.
That reminds me. Pastor recently.
Yeah.
He wanted to bring people to this particular. He wanted to bring the men to this particular place, right, to talk about Christ and to have cigars, right. He wasn't advertising the church, right. It was his own personal thing. Now, the only thing that we kind of disagree with is that he put pastor behind his name.
Yeah, he shouldn't have did that.
We're not going to debate cigars up here, whether it's a sin or not. Whatever floats your boat, that's your business. Whatever you believe, but for something like that, specifically like that, when you know that a lot of church people are going to disagree, you have to disconnect the ministry side completely from that.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Now, your liberties are your liberties. Again, I'm not going to debate cigars up here, but I am going to say this, that if you are a pastor, you
are anything in ministry,
because pastor is automatically connected to church.
Yes.
Apostle, prophet, bishop is connected to church. So when you want to do something like extra secular like that, don't connect the ministry title to it.
That's just dumb.
I mean, some people at least use doctor. Doctors use universally, or is accepted universally. Whatever floats your boat.
Don't do that. That's dumb.
Don't take your ministry title and apply it to your secular. Even though people gonna always view you as pastor, as bishop, as whatever, they're gonna call you that in them environments. Don't attach that title to that environment. Okay. So because no one in their right mind connects pastor to cigars.
No.
But he should have kind of did a little more, of a job as far as separating those platforms.
Yeah, he need to do his own thing. He should have had like an LLC or something like that, and just have them hosting the event and do it that way. That way it's not attached to the church ministry umbrella at all. That would have been the more intelligent thing to do. But nonetheless, we are here now. But there are multiple things that I see people doing, and I'm just like, okay, this is not bad, but this is not attached to the ministry. This has nothing to do with the ministry. So you need to keep that separate. And that will definitely aid your social media presence, and it will create a clear distinction and understanding for people. I think it's healthy for people to have a little bit of professionally shed light on the person of the pastor and not just the pastor.
Right.
I think it's healthy to have a little bit of shed light on, the family man or the family woman, or, the chef, or, the golfer or the basketball player or the wrestler. It's been cool for me to be able to see some of these different sides. This is how I also know some of these people are mentally unstable and emotionally and psychologically unsafe, because they don't have another side about them. Everything is all fused into one, but I'll save that for another episode.
Yeah.
But I've enjoyed getting to know, oh wow, we're interested in some of the same things. Oh wow, you go there too. Oh wow. It's been a great social thing to be able to connect on a deeper level. And anybody, I don't want to really preach up here, but anybody that understands the true meaning of connection, when you are building a depth in a connection, there has to be some form of layer. It can't just be church. There has to be something else there to really make that connection meaningful. So that is a great thing. But the problem comes in when we try to take our beliefs in certain aspects and project them through the church or ministry. A lot of people are confused. Okay, is this part of the ministry's vision or purpose, or this is just what you're doing?
Right, because again, there is a I believe in balance without compromise.
Yes.
But see, we have to define that a little bit more, because see, a lot of people are not allowed to live.
That part.
They're not allowed to live because you're the pastor.
Yeah.
So of course, Romans 14, everybody's liberties are different.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Some things some things people can do that others can't. Okay, that's Bible. So so if you have a hobby
Mm-hmm.
that traditional holiness folk don't agree with, that's your hobby on your time. Okay, that's your hobby on your time. As long as you separate that from the church, you good. You see what I'm saying? See, this platform here is not our church platform.
No.
Now we talk a lot about ministry stuff, but I talk about we talk about other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and sometimes I use some choice words I wouldn't use across the pulpit. Okay, all right. So you get to see like another side of us as far as our perspective on things. Okay, and all of that kind of stuff. So we talk about church, but this ain't church.
Yeah.
Okay, this ain't ministry. Okay, this ain't none of that. All right. So I can talk about what I want to up here. I can say what I want to up here. Okay. So you get to learn another side of us that's non-ministry. And see when you say non-ministry, people think you compromise.
That part.
No,
when you go to the grocery store, it don't have nothing to do with ministry.
When you go to the grocery store, that's non-ministry. When you go on a vacation, okay, in your bikini,
like on the last episode, that has nothing to do with ministry.
That's non-ministry. It don't mean it's non-God, because
Right.
It's non-ministry. Because the Bible says God made all things for us to enjoy. That's Bible too. Okay, to the pure, all things are pure. I'm not gonna get into that. All right, but it's okay to have a non-ministry side, and you're still a man or woman of God. All right. So when it comes to the social media side of that, I think some of your non-ministry side need to be seen. Okay, I said some of your non-ministry side need to be seen, because people need to see that, hey, my pastor's not a common man or common woman, but they do have a humanity.
Mm-hmm.
And see, when they see certain parts of your humanity,
professional peak.
Professional peak. I think God can show a little more grace to your leader, because why? Because they have some of the same struggles you have, but a lot of times they got to look over their stuff and deal with your stuff.
That's true.
Sometimes their stuff come last, and why your stuff come first. For real. So yeah, don't allow the pressures of social media to box you in
Yeah.
but don't reveal all of yourself to social media.
Don't feel like you have to tell all your business to be transparent. Now, that's the part I don't like. Well, I'm just being, this generation of transparent is nosy.
Yeah.
You just want to know somebody's business. And don't, so people are always posting everything they doing, telling all their business, telling all the stuff about their marriage, and then you all looking. Just because people don't tell all their business don't mean they're not happy. Honestly, it's the unhappy people that be overtelling and oversharing stuff all the time. And then eventually it gets to the point where they can't hide it anymore and it just bleeds all over in the social media.
Right.
It's ridiculous. So definitely be mindful of what you choose to share and not share on social media. Put yourself in a place where while you're showing your humanity, you're giving just a professional peek inside your life, but you're not creating a situation where you're putting your vulnerabilities and things like that on social media, because that's not a good thing, especially with you already living under a microscope. You're going to face an unnecessary criticism and heartache that's not necessary. Any closing remarks that you got for this episode?
Social media should not define your marriage.
That's good.
Because you don't have to live by the images and dictates of social media.
That's good.
But I would say allow social media to be a platform for your authenticity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and do that in a healthy, balanced way, because you don't have to tell everything about your life.
Absolutely. That's good.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we want to thank you guys for joining us on the F3 podcast. Again, be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Check out the links in the description box and show notes, and follow us over on IG at King in Queen Blair. Until next time on the F3 podcast. Goodbye.